In trigonometry, there are two special triangles, the 45, 45, 90, which is isosceles, we know that already, and the 30, 60, 90. Now, we'll talk about 30, 60, 90 tomorrow. Today, let's do this isosceles 45, 45, 90 triangle theorem. What it says is that if you know the length of a leg on that triangle, then not only do you know the other leg, because it's the same, it's isosceles, but you can also know the hypotenuse just by multiplying that measurement by root 2 every time, times root 2. So here's the rule, I'll write it down right here. It says that the hypotenuse equals the leg, whatever that measurement is, times root 2. If it's 45, 45, 90. Now if it's 46, 44, 90, this doesn't work. Okay, so let's look at the first example, and I'll show you just how easy I'm talking about this lesson. Just how easy this is right here. The leg is 3, so the hypotenuse is 3 root 2. That's it. That's the answer. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't make sense, multiply it, you calculate and see what decimal you get.
Hold up, but how you got 4.2?
There's the answer.
So that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So we're not going to.
Now, if you don't like that, you can do the Pythagorean theorem. I mean, you could do that as 3 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. That'd be 9 plus 9, which is 18, and take the square root of 18, and guess what you get?
Oh, let me see. 4.2.
4.2. Where did I get this root 2 from? This root 2 is the rule about 45, 45, 90 triangles. It works for all 45, 45, 90.
Take one of the. Okay.
You take one of the legs, which are the same, they're both the same, and you just put a root 2 behind it, and that's your answer.
But don't, the top got 3, but then what they got now?
The bottom doesn't have nothing because this is the hypotenuse, it's opposite from the right angle.
Which one? The right now?
Yeah, you just take this, you move it down here, 3 root 2, and that's your answer. Okay, let's move on to example 2. I think we got enough questions from that one right there. Okay, there are no legs given in this one, but they did give us the hypotenuse is 7 root 2. So the leg is 7, and this leg is 7. That's it.
That's out.
That's the answer.
You gonna think it's hard?
All right, there's a check point underneath it. Let's try that. Just a minute, sir. Number 3 says determine whether there's enough information to tell if it is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Explain the reason. The answer is yes, but how do we know?
Because it's already got the angle.
Okay.
And the other angles are equal, so you have to divide them by 9.
That's what, I gotta write that down what you said. I gotta write down exactly what you said. I'm gonna write it kind of shorter, but you said it. You're right on. The first angle was 90, right? So if we subtract these two angles from 90, what's left? I mean, from 180, we get 90 left over. Then we're gonna take her 90 and divide it equally into 2 pieces. How do we know we divide it equally? They're both eggs, and that leaves us with 45. So yes, let's see, both angles are congruent. It's been a while. Both angles are congruent, and both equal 90. Okay, let's move to example 4. Show that the triangle is 45, 45, 90 triangle. Then find the value of x. Okay, so I'm looking at the triangle, and I see that this is 90, but it doesn't have x degrees and x degrees, so how do I know these angles are equal? The sides are equal. If the sides are equal, then the base angles are equal. So it says show the triangle is 45, 45, 90. I want to say both base angles are congruent. Now I'm going to find the value of x. It's not 5 root 2. Not 5 root 2. I want it to be 5 root 2, but this isn't 5 root 2. Remember, the hypotenuse is supposed to be 5 root 2, but what do they got? They just got 5. So how do you go backwards? Instead of multiplying by root 2, you divide by root 2. So the answer is 5 divided by root 2. That's the answer. You got a decimal point? 3.5. So x equals 3.5. Okay, so we just learned an important lesson. If the hypotenuse, they don't have a root 2 on it, to get the leg, you have to divide by root 2. And this is hard to get, Zena. Let's look at the checkpoint. Look at it. You see the hypotenuse? I wish it said 8 root 2. If it was 8 root 2, the answer would be 8, right? But it doesn't. It just says 8, so I divide by root 2. 5.7, that's it. Okay, y'all try the last one.
Oh.
8.5? I'll take y'all's word. Alright, good job. Oh, by the way, it says show that they're 45, 45, 90. How would you tell if this was 45, 45, 90? Because it's isosceles, right? Okay. How would you tell if this was 45, 45, 90? Do you see the marks?
Yeah.
They're both congruent, right? So they both got to be 45. So you can say, in this one you can say it's isosceles. This one you can say they're congruent angles. You're good. Okay. Here's your assignment. We're going to do 1 through 5 on page 45, page 545, 1 through 5.
Let me start.